Hey everyone, it's Paige and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about fairway bunkers and that really awkward 30, 40, 50 yard bunker shot and how to hit them. I know bunkers can be very tricky and challenging, and fairway bunkers in that short kind of weird distance is a different shot than a greenside bunker. So we're going to go through step by step on how to make it easier for you to get out of the bunker. So first off, when I'm in a fairway bunker, I will get my yardage as if I normally would if I'm in the fairway, and then I look at the lip situation. So if it is, I'm really close to the lip, obviously I won't be able to hit a longer club with less loft because I won't be able to get it up fast enough to get it over the lip, and you do not want that. So that really comes into play on the club that you're going to hit. But right here, I really have no trouble, nothing in front of me. So let's just talk about the mechanics. So when you're in a fairway bunker, you want to feel as if you're picking it. You don't want to hit down on it. And this is kind of a uncomfortable feeling because when you're in the fairway, that is the last thing that you want to do. And so it's almost like you're doing the opposite of what you've always been told to do in a fairway bunker. And I think that's what makes it so difficult for a lot of people, is that they feel like they have to almost lift up and pick their head up and their body up to pick it. But really, it's not all that hard. It just is like a small little setup change that makes a big difference. So when it comes to setup, I almost set up as I normally would. I don't do anything too different with my ball position. So this is a 7-iron, so I'm going to do it just slightly forward of center. So if I'm set up here, I'm going to draw the line back and just go just slightly forward of center. You want to dig in, but not as much as if you're in a greenside bunker. So when I showed you the technique for a greenside bunker, I told you to really dig in and get as low as possible. And being able to dig in gives you a good stance. But I think people think about that for a fairway bunker and they dig in so much. And again, that makes it harder to pick it because you're going lower to the ground. So you do want to dig into where you feel set and like you're not going to slide with your feet, but you don't really need to dig in as much as you would for a greenside bunker. So just a slight little dig. Here's the thing though, you guys want to choke down. Since you're digging in and you're kind of hovering your club over the sand, you want to choke down, and from there it's almost just a normal swing. I like to feel as if I am hitting it almost closer to the ball. Instead of with a normal greenside bunker, you're almost hitting it here and here. You almost just don't want to feel like you're lifting it out of there. And again, with it being choked down, it almost just feels like a normal swing compared to trying to dig down onto it or really do anything. I also like to feel like I'm more stable. Since my feet aren't moving as much, it feels like it's almost as like an arm swing, so you can swing just a little bit slower too, and that might help you pick it out of the sand. But you just don't want to have so much excess movement because again, that's going to kind of more create that like hitting down into it feeling, which we don't want to do. We want to feel as if we're just kind of lifting and picking it, and a slower swing will really help you as well. So now let's hit a couple. So I'll walk you through the steps. So we work on ball position, dig in, but not too far. We're gonna choke down, and we're gonna have less movement in our swing, feel a little bit more stable through the shot. Perfect. As you can see, I took like very little sand and it was all almost like in front of the ball. I do think too that you're going to take some sand. I think when people think that they're going to pick it, that they don't want to take any sand at all, and that is not the case. You're going to take sand with it, so don't be afraid of hitting the sand either. I think I see people so scared of taking any sand in a fairway bunker that they thin it and they won't be able to get any loft out of it. You do have to hit down on it just slightly to get some of the loft to get out of the bunker. So again, choke down, dig in, and nice and stable. So I have a 60-yard bunker shot right here, and this is the hardest shot in golf, I've said that before and I will continue to say that until I die, from 40, even like a 30-yard to about 60-yard bunker shot is just hard. It's awkward, it's uncomfortable, and it's just difficult to hit. I normally feel like if I have a 60-yard shot, it's just a nice little 54, maybe a 58, but you can't really do that here because you dig so much when you have a really lofted club, and it just makes it really difficult to get that distance and also to control the spin. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm in a fairway bunker or a bunker that's like 60 yards away, I put so much spin on the ball and it's hard to control it. So what I really like to do, and I learned this when I was playing with Gary Player at an event and I hit my wedge out of the bunker for a shot similar to this, and he looked at me and he said, "Paige, what did you hit?" And I said, "Oh, I hit my 54." And he said, "You want to know what your golfing IQ is? A 1 out of 10. And I was just like destroyed in that moment. And he said, "You never hit a club super lofted out of a bunker when you have that like 40, 50, 60 yard shot. You hit a 9-iron, 8-iron, a 7-iron. And he said because you have less loft and you hit it almost like a chip shot, it's going to get the distance out for you and you're not going to feel like you're digging." And so ever since he said that, I've always used like a 9 or an 8-iron. I don't totally feel comfortable with a 7-iron, but it is good to practice just so you just get more touch and feel out of the bunker. But for me, the 9-iron seems to be my go-to. 8-iron sometimes if the lip is really low. And so for this shot, he's right. You almost hit it like a chip shot or a pitch shot. You don't have to do too much with it. You actually want to do the least amount possible to get yourself to not put yourself in trouble. And so normally for this shot, you get that wide stance, you cock your wrist, you kind of throw it. You don't want to do that. And even for a wedge shot, you do have a lot of wrist movement and a lot of movement in your swing. So for this shot, I like to have kind of a narrower stance, choke down on it. I don't open it up, I actually just keep it more square, and it's just an arm swing, kind of like the fairway bunker shot, and you're just trying to almost kind of get it out and let it roll, especially if it's like a 30-yard shot. This is literally all you do. It's just a chip shot out of the bunker with a less lofted club, and it seriously changed the way I think about these shots. And so again, kind of narrow stance, dig in, but don't dig in too much. And then you just want to have arms, keep it kind of slow and easy and like you're picking it out of the bunker. Seriously, game changer. It was so easy and so simple, and you don't have the stress of trying to hit a 54 at 100 mile an hour swing speed, and you're digging at it, and it's just so inconsistent. And if you hit a little thin, bye-bye, the ball is going forever. You chunk it, you're left in the bunker. So again, less lofted club, don't dig in too much, easy stance, and it's an arm swing. Even that one, I would say that I hit it a little bit fat. I didn't hit it as well as the first shot, and it still worked out really well. I'm on the green, I'm fine, and that's what you want for this shot. Expectations need to be a little bit lower here, and you just want to get it out and on the green, and that's what works when you have a less lofted club. So I hope that my fairway bunker tips and my weird, I don't know what to call this, what should I call that? Leave a comment down below, that like awkward 50-yard bunker shot. We need to have a name for it because I just never know what to say for that. But I hope that all of those tips helped you with your bunker play. Go out, give it a go, and make sure you try to practice them as much as possible. Fairway bunkers are hard because there's really just nowhere to practice, but they do have some fairway bunkers at driving ranges, so maybe try to find one that's close to you so you can get some practice in. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next Thursday.